Alright guys, welcome. One more moment please. Here we are to game one between the Viper and Vinchester in the AoC Champions League. There will be 4 games played and players will get a point, and all the info is on the Champions League command, which is !CL. We have almost 1,000 people watching this live right now, and I am very excited to see how Viper fares. It is a Byzantine's war. In the yellow we have the Viper, and we have Vinchester here in the magenta or purple, whatever. So Mega Random Castle Age started. Don't think either player has much experience. I do notice there's 2 scouts for both players, and they're going to have to put them to good use. Both scouts going around right now, and let's see how this goes. A quick glance around the map will tell you that there is deer right above Viper's TC. There's a lot of stone and gold. It looks like there's 1 boar for Viper. Is there another one? 1 boar. And Vinchester, he has that 1 boar there. His deer, where are they located? This is very important. He does have deer out here, but they're not as easily... they're not in a good location to lure. The water in the middle, there are shallows. You can't really dock there. In the back, can you dock? Well, there's some deep fish for Vinchester if he wants to do that. Looks like a little bit of a scout fight. But no deep fish in the back for Viper. So I would say that we could potentially see some fights with some of the things you can see in the Castle Age from Byzantine. So maybe we can see monks, maybe we can see siege, but because this map is so closed off, we may just see a little bit of a boom first. But with a Castle Age start, who knows? Your resources are pretty tight, and I again guys, I don't think Viper has a lot of experience with this. That's a bad lumber camp from Viper. I don't understand the decision to go there. There's stone on that side. If he goes here, that's much better, but maybe he's scared of these scouts coming in. He thought this would be a little bit safer as Vinchester goes in to try and pick off these villagers. He has to be careful. The scouts do have upgrades. Viper's going in as well. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I have to remove that message as well. There we go. Both players trying to utilize their scouts, and both players trying to fight with their villagers as well. Right now, nothing really happening except the boom war, and it's so dead even, it's hard to call. I'm even looking at the HP on the scouts to try and figure this one out. Looks like Viper will lose a scout, and Vinchester will lose one as well. 1 for 1, pretty much. Viper's behind 5 HP on his scout, not a big deal. It's always so interesting to me how even things are in this, and I wouldn't be surprised if Viper has a little bit of an advantage right now, just because of the fact he does have the deer here. Viper's running back to his TC. It's 1 scout for both players, and it's important that players get their economies up and rolling. But I guess the question is, will players go for any type of aggression, or will they boom? Because when you start in the Castle Age, you don't have a ton of resources to get that first TC up. And so that kind of begs the question, what will you do? If you end up going with like monk aggression, if you end up going with siege aggression, then those are resources you can't put into your economy. So you pretty much have to commit to that. As of now, Viper is trying to wall up the front. Vinchester is going for that monastery. And this is an interesting move. He's sending out the monk now with 1 scout out on the map for both players. That scout's going to be really important. Just imagine if that scout from Viper picks off this monk, because Vinchester does not have the gold to create another monk. Don't tell me he's going to actually do that. We'll see. Vinchester's over here. He's going over for this relic. Obviously, he's going out for the relics. There are a lot out on the map, and Viper's coming in. Are you kidding me? Is he going to get it? He was late to this attack. He still got it though, and he can get away with this scout. He just walked the whole way around that wood line and ran in. That is so clutch, and I say that all the time, but he was just waiting for it. He was just waiting for it. I cannot believe he pulled that off. That is just the 6th sense we talk about with this man. He is insane. He's going with the stable now his own monastery. I cannot believe that we witnessed that. He ran around the woodline and he didn't see it. He just waited, and then he ran in at the perfect time. It's almost as if he can time it, and he knows how long it takes to get a monastery out, how long it takes for that monk to be produced. That's just amazing. And he still has his scout alive. He went for the stable. And he's sending out scouts to counter the monks. This is a poor start for Vinchester now, and like I said, if there was one map that I kind of questioned Viper's knowledge on, it would be this one, and I think Viper has an advantage now. Both on 23 vills, but I think Viper has the advantage right now. He's going to have more scouts out on the map, and with that probably has a bigger advantage in this game so far. Now, things... somebody's saying stream snipe. Yeah, I'm sure Viper's stream sniping. Now, things can change very fast, as we just saw with Viper, just changing it with one single scout. So we'll see what happens, but Viper could get both monks here. I'm interested to see which scout Vinchester was trying to convert. As you can see there, he did actually convert one, but both monks going down, and that's worth it for Viper. And that's a lot of wasted gold for Vinch. Viper, I did hear, collecting a relic. I'm not sure where exactly that was. Here it is. Vinch has a couple scouts of his own. He's not pushing out with them, though. There's a camel from Viper, which will counter the scouts pretty nicely. Is Viper going to drop the relic and try and convert? He's not. He's running back. So, high aggression, very different styles. Of course, both on 27 villagers. If this was a Dark Age start, players would be fast castling and be hitting the castle age right now, and then they'd be putting up new town centers. But this is completely different in this first game. AoC Champions League. And again, I think Viper has an advantage right now. But things can change so fast. The stable is now up for Vinchester. He has a total of 4 military. I believe that includes 2 scouts at least, as I can see, and now a monk. Okay, 1 less scout as Viper's pushing out. And this is a good force from Viper. He's sending the monks forward. He's going to try and deny this gold, and there's a TC now going up for Vinch. He could lose a villager. That villager should be converted. He's doing the disco, but he's going to be converted. That monk's going to go down as well. Look what Viper just did. The camels are being converted. He pulled the camels away. He ran in with the scouts, killed another monk, converted another villager. He is all over Vinchester right now. Vinchester is sending in this scout maybe to go after a monk. Viper's now over here as well, killing another villager. He is everywhere. Has he made a mistake this game? Well, this might be it. Is he going to lose a monk? No, he's not. Viper's 5 villagers ahead now, and he has the map control. This has been superb play from him thus far, and now there's a TC for him there. Vinchester has another TC up, but he doesn't have the resources to keep that running, and it's on the front under pressure. There's a TC back here, and oh man, that's just unfortunate for Vinchester. I mean, smart from Viper as well. Viper probably left the scouts there, just waiting for that TC to go up. But also unfortunate for Vinchester at the same time. I'm almost starting to feel bad for this guy because I love Vinch so much, but Viper killing another villager, and you can just see how strong these scouts are because they do have foraging and also they have the defense upgrade. Viper's going to go aggressive though. So we've hit that crucial part of the game. Viper's on 2 TCs. You can see he has camels and monks. Byzantines also go up to the Imperial Age earlier. They can research that on lower resources. So Viper has decided, as he researches light cav, he is going to go aggressive. Vinchester has decided, he knows he's behind, and he's going to try and boom and defend. Which strategy is going to work? The one thing that Vinchester has going for him is his TCs are close together. So, you know, he's in a nice little spot. I don't think he's going to have time to get a castle out or anything. The bad thing for Vinchester is his golds are on the front, and I think that's what Viper knows. That's why he went with that Mangonel. In fact, if you look at what Viper can see, he can see the golds, he can see everything behind, and that now he's going to pressure this area. Viper is going to try and just take down this TC and take Vinch off of gold as he picks off yet another villager. Vinch is getting something that's very interesting. Now, monks have 9 range, Mangonels have 7 range. So monks outrange the Mangonels, but you need redemption to convert the Mangonels. Now, if Vinchester were to convert a Mangonel or 2, he would not only save his TC, but he could change this game. Viper, recognizing that, has researched light cav, and oh man, the monks gotta hop in the TC. The TC won't be around much longer. Vinchester has ungarrisoned them to the left side of the TC. I think he's gonna get a Mangonel. He got one. Can he get another one? He should be able to get another one. Well, he killed the other one. Guess that's the second best thing there, and Viper's down 2 Mangonels. Vinchester is catching up in the Vil count, and again, Viper has committed to this. Maybe he will say, you know what, I don't want to do this. Yeah, okay, he's going for another town center now. Viper needs to be careful not to overcommit, I guess. That's what I should have said. Because Vinchester has defended nicely. That was a very, very smart adjustment from him. He's now going to a 4th TC, so Vinchester has committed to a bit of a boom. I don't think... Viper's making more monks than Mangonels, but I don't think he's going to be able to take this TC out. Unless he gets redemption and maybe starts converting some siege and monks himself. I don't see it happening. Keep in mind, all the while, Vinch could be getting resources for a castle to build defensively. Here we go. Oh, Viper's going to try and convert those monks. A lot of monk micro is needed. Get your Wolves out. It's so... It has to be so annoying. Like, I don't have the skill to do this, but it's got to be so annoying just to pay attention to these monks non-stop and send them in and out of TCs. You can see Viper got one there. The scouts are coming out from Vinch. He's going to focus down a couple monks from Viper. Now monks coming out and villagers. I think that's a misclick. Or maybe not from Vinch. I don't know. But he got both Mangonels. And now he's going to kill Viper's Mangonel. I don't really know what the favorable trade was there as more Mangonels were converted. How many Mangonels were converted there? Oh my gosh. But villagers were sacrificed. And now Vinchester's down 10 villagers. But how many Mangonels went down? That's insane. Look at all the dead Mangonels there. Vinchester is definitely struggling to keep things under wraps though. Villagers coming out the left, the right of the TC, idols everywhere. Vinch converted 4 or 5 Mangonels. And now Viper... You know, the one thing I didn't look at was Viper and how much he had on stone. Viper's gonna drop a castle on his face. And that's the one thing that Vinchester cannot convert. And Vinch cannot stop this unless he has his own Mangonel. He does not have his own Mangonel. And that's one thing I did not foresee. I think this could be the game-ending blow right here. Viper can just camp underneath the castle and finish this. He's even... he just converted the Mangonel again! Oh my gosh. Look how low these villagers are on HP. I did not expect that. I just swallowed my own tongue. But the castle's still going to go up. Vinchester's going to struggle, man. Holy cow. I'm dying. Viper maybe was back here as well, doing stuff with scouts, but Vinch is gonna hang in there, and he's gonna struggle now. Viper's on his way to imp. I'm on my way to death, and I expect Vinch is as well. He needs another building to get to imp, so he's building that university. This might be one of those situations where Vinchester sees Viper hits the Imperial Age and he calls GG, because he's behind in every area now. But man, that was some exciting action for sure. And you know what? The thing about the Castle Age start is it's only been 25 minutes as well. While the metagame was completely different, I can't even call that metagame. While the play style was completely different, it was a relatively quick game. If this does end, I mean, I don't know if it's going to end, but I assume Viper's going to go Skirms or Arbalest, and it's going to be difficult once the Trebs come out. But Viper's scouting around. He probably assumes Vinch is on his way up. He's hoping Vinchester is not faster than him. Now keep in mind, Vinchester does not have any gold, so he's going to have to sell stone. And he's going to build a castle here, so he's going to go for a Treb War. I'm looking at Vinch's resources. If he does want to stay with this, he's, I think, still going to struggle. He only has 2 ranges. Viper has 5. He doesn't have the map control. He doesn't have a ton of stone to sell. It's not going to last him a long time. Keep in mind that he's going to want to go for Trebs first. Those villagers are not going to be able to collect gold. So no gold for you, villagers. And Vinchester selling now going to continue playing. So Viper hitting the Imperial Age, going crossbow, which I find to be very interesting. Sometimes you'll see skirmishers mixed in as well. But I expect Viper to be making a treb right now out of the forward castle. He actually has one back at home, which I did not see. We haven't looked at Viper's base almost this entire game because he has had so much map control. He's sending these crossbows out around. No Arbalest upgrade yet because Viper actually doesn't have the resources for the Arbalest upgrade. There we go, it's on its way in. That castle will be on its way down. Villagers are on their way down, and this is a lot of Vinchester's economy, which he just does not have. He's 16 vills down in comparison to Viper. Another one will go down. This is bad news for Vinch. He's repairing with villagers as well, so those villagers are not bringing in any economy. He is struggling. Viper's going to kill these villagers as well with light cav. The kill-death ratio for Viper is strong. The conversions are really what saved Vinchester earlier. Viper's now recognizing where Vinchester's running, so he's running to the right with his Arbalest, and I just am struggling to see what Vinchester can do unless he keeps his castle up, you know? But he still has to kill the Arbalest, and Viper is just completely surrounding this guy. On the right, on the left, on the front, on the back, everywhere. He's all over him. The Vinch's military is just not enough. And Viper's now going to repair his castle, and he has the villagers to do it. He has 30 more villagers now. And I think Vinch is out of stone now as well. He may have just purchased stone because these villagers are idle. They would only be idle if he ran out of stone. So he's now buying food and wood. I think Vinchester's game in game 1 is up. I think it's just only a matter of time now. There's 3 traps from Viper. There's only 1 from Vinch. Vinch is selling resources. He is completely surrounded. We have you surrounded. Come out with your GG up, Vinchester. Because this is over. This is beyond over in my opinion. There's no... How do you turn this on for Vinchester? There's just the end. That's the GG. And what a first game. What a first game. Of course, all 4 games are played. And we have game 2 coming up. Hope you guys are excited for it. Very excited for the rest of the tournament. This is a very exciting idea. But yeah, great first game. Vinchester maybe should have locked down. I think it all started with Viper's reaction to the first monk coming out from Vinchester. Like, Viper masterclassed the first 5 minutes. It started with the scout, and that just blew my mind from the very beginning. I'm just talking about, like, what players need to do. And Viper, you know what that reminded me of? It reminded me of an animal pouncing on its prey. Like, because he like, walked around this wood line, came out, and just pounced on that monk. And it was unbelievable, because he actually didn't see it. Like, an animal actually sees its prey. Like, he didn't see it, he just sensed it. And it all started there. Vinchester just didn't defend well enough. The conversions were good, but all of his economy was disrupted right in the front. And then Viper, I guess, had Viper not been on stone, maybe it would have been different, but Viper was just all over him. Yeah, I guess Viper, if he was a snake, would be pouncing on his prey, maybe a mouse or something. There's the units killed. You can see Viper just did a lot of damage. You can also see the conversions. They were all Mangonels for the most part. They really changed fights, but it wasn't enough for Vinchester. The eco, Viper, in the end, had more. And oh gosh, I'm dropping